Sir, I made my maiden speech in 2014 when I entered this House on the speech on the President's address. And now, since I've declared that I'm not contesting in this coming general election, this will be my final speech in this House for now, sir. Sir, I come from a family of freedom fighters. My grandfather, Sri Patu Rajgopal Naidu, was a freedom fighter, social worker, reformer, writer, right hand of legendary parliamentarian Professor N.G. Ranga, and was also MLA, MLC, and twice member of this very House, sir. My mother was a fourth-term MLA and a minister in the government of Andhra Pradesh. So I come from a family, sir, which has a legacy of fighting for the people. This is indeed the last session of the 17th Lok Sabha, and every member of the House is bidding adieu. And the reason that I've decided to not contest also is that it's not easy, sir, to sail on two boats in one go, to be in public life and also to continue as an entrepreneur. So I've decided to give a pause to my political life. Despite stepping aside from electoral politics, my commitment and resolve to serve the nation remains steadfast as I plan to contribute to the country's development by investing, innovating, creating employment opportunities, and generating revenue and wealth for the nation, sir. My group of companies is providing jobs to about 17,000 people and undertaking various welfare measures for them and their family members. So I serve the country in a different form, sir, and I'm sure this House and the people of my state will appreciate my decision. Before I start my observations on the President's address, I would like to take the opportunity to first thank our party President, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, who has allowed me to be part of this House twice. And I admit that I have learned a lot from him, and he has guided me during my tenure and difficult times. I also would like to thank the Honourable Speaker and all the chairmen for their help, cooperation, and guidance in this House. I also express my gratitude to the officials of the Lok Sabha Secretariat who are always ready to help the members. I particularly thank and wish to place on record my admiration for the reporters sitting at the table who record and report our speeches verbatim. When I read my speech the next day, I could not stop appreciating the flawless speech that has reached me. So I also thank them, sir. And more than anybody else, I sincerely and wholeheartedly express my deep sense of gratitude to every single team member of my Guntur parliamentary constituency, the TDP leaders and the colleagues of Guntur, without whose support, cooperation and blessings, I would not have been able to undertake my 10-year successful journey as an MP and would not have done whatever I could for the people of Guntur. So I once again thank all of them from the bottom of my heart. Sir, I compliment the Honourable Prime Minister, Sri Modi ji, for finally consecrating the Ram Mandir temple in Ayodhya, and the entire country is greatly indebted to him. I plan to visit the temple one day as it realizes the 500-year-old dream of all Hindus. The world knows that we are one of the oldest civilizations on earth. Here I only wish to say that the stones may be old, but they are chiseled afresh. Our civilization may be ancient, but I feel it is born again. The last 10 years of Modi ji's government may be like any other, but he ensured that it marks a new dawn. The date of 22nd January in many ways has redefined and rediscovered our civilization. Not just this new parliament, imbued with the fragrance of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, is one more testimony to our great civilization and culture. Sir, I compliment the Honourable Prime Minister for his leadership and vision for the country. Sir, even though we are not a part of the NDA, I cannot resist my temptation to praise the government under the stewardship of Sri Modi ji over the last 10 years, how he has taken this country to new heights, and we are on the verge of becoming the third largest economy in the world. It is not just governance, but it's the leadership that counts, and Modi ji's leadership, sir. I just want to mention the top 10 achievements of this government, which has really brought me a lot of joy, sir. First, he has made our country the fastest growing economy among the G20 countries. 25 crore people have been lifted out of poverty, and 80% are being given free food grains until 2028. The credit for rolling out the GST goes to Modi ji. Forex reserves are registering $615 billion now. The push to digital India. 46% of the world's total real-time digital transactions take place in India. 1,200 crore transactions were done through the UPI in December 23. Now even Eiffel Tower tickets can be purchased through the IPI. Number 5, 34 lakh crore has been transferred through the DBT and JAM Trinity and has helped to curb corruption. Number 6, 3.75 lakh roads have been constructed in villages, 1.46 lakh national highways, and 150 airports, sir. Number 7, one nation, one power grid, one nation, one gas grid, one nation, one ration card, one rank, one pension have all been welcome, sir. Number 8, successfully dealing with the COVID pandemic and free vaccines to more than 150 countries. Number 9, 33% reservation for women, women as fighter pilots for the first time, women cadets given admission for the first time in Sainik schools and the National Defense Academy. And finally, my top 10, the 10, sir, rounding out the top 10, the PM Kisan and the PM Fasal Bima Yojana have been a great boon for the farmers of this country. Sir, you must be aware, the House is aware, that I've spoken on various subjects relating to local, state, national, and even international issues during my 10 years in this House, and gave valuable suggestions and recommendations, including in the committees that I participated in, some of which have been accepted and have been implemented as policy also. So I would like to thank Modi ji and this government for the same. With your permission, I would like to touch upon a few things which I have been able to achieve for the people of Guntur, sir. Sir, number 1, I fought for the capital Amaravati, raised it many times in Parliament, and I'm still supporting the farmers' agitation, which is going on for more than 1,500 days for making Amaravati as the sole capital. It's still happening, sir, in my constituency. Sir, just a few more minutes, sir. This is my final speech. Please indulge me and give me a couple of minutes. Sir, number 2, I could get 1,500 crores for the development of Amaravati and 1,000 crores for my constituency in Guntur for the underground drainage system from the central government. Nearly 20,000 houses have been sanctioned in the Guntur Lok Sabha area. 50,000 free water connections to the poor have commenced. I've been instrumental in getting chili and turmeric better remunerative price and also geotagging of chilies for export. Succeeded in getting exemption on tax on capital gains on the first sale of land for farmers from 29 villages of Amaravati. The Kondaviti Vagu lift irrigation project was completed. Many lift irrigation projects were completed in the constituencies, sir. AIMS in Mangalgiri, CHC in Tullur, and PHCs in Chebrolu, Dugrala, Vatticherukuru, and Medikonduru have been completed, sir. I played a crucial role in announcing Amaravati as a smart city. Development of Guntur road infrastructure, including the inner ring road. Various railway works under progress. 1 kV Kendra Vidyalaya at Tenali in my tenure. National Agriculture University for Guntur. 60 crores worth of development undertaken in 10 years with MP LAD and Mandrega funds. And the list goes on, sir. Sir, the Honorable President has rightly mentioned about setting up of a central tribal university in Telangana. I welcome it. But at the same time, I ask the Honorable Prime Minister as to what his government has done about various institutions mandated to be set up in the state of Andhra Pradesh under the AP Reorganization Act. As per the 13th schedule of this Act, the Government of India should set up 11 institutions, right from Tribal University to National Institute of Disaster Management. Sir, the less I talk about Polavaram, the better. When TDP left the government in 2019, about 75% of the project was completed. But now, even after 5 years, it appears the project is exactly where it was 5 years ago. Since this is my final speech, I appeal to the Honorable Prime Minister to approve the second revised cost estimate of the project, which comes to 55,656 crores, and complete the project in a time-bound manner. Sir, again, I don't want to enter into a debate on special category status to AP. It was Modi ji and former Vice President Shri Venkaiah Naidu Garu who promised SCS for 10 years to the state. Nothing happened, and the Government of India is trying to escape by showing non-existing 14th Finance Commission recommendations. All I ask the Honorable Prime Minister is to either give special category status to AP or extend all facilities, financial and otherwise, that are being extended to the northeastern and the hilly states, also to AP as a stopgap arrangement till SCS is confirmed for a period of 10 years, sir. Sir, there are other issues such as setting up a major port, integrated steel plant, crude oil refinery and petrochemical complex, establishing a new railway zone in Visakhapatnam, development of a metro rail facility in Visakhapatnam, and connecting Vijayawada, Guntur, Tenali, among other things. The railway minister is on record saying that the government of AP has not given land for a new railway zone, but government of AP says it has given land. So whom to believe, sir? We need a clarification. Sir, since I'm not speaking on the budget, I wish to just touch upon a couple of points on the Indian economy. Sir, by moving from the 10th largest economy 10 years ago to the 5th largest is an indisputable fact that we are one of the biggest bright spots in the world's economy today. Modi ji rightly says that we have immense potential, backed by impressive performance during the last decade, as we could demonstrate and showcase robust and resilient growth driven by perseverance, ingenuity, and vision. I wish that Bharat continues this in the coming years and becomes the 3rd largest in the next 2 to 3 years' time. We should all agree that reforms help us to be the fastest growing economy among G20 countries. The growth this fiscal is estimated to be about 7.5% when compared to 9.1 in 21-22 and 7.2 in 22-23. Forex reserves are over $615 billion US. FDI is impressive. Foreign trade is going up. 25 crores came out of poverty. Unprecedented creation of infrastructure with 23.5 lakh crore tax receipts and 30.3 lakh crore revenue receipts are very healthy, and less anticipation of borrowings are there in the coming fiscal. I am sure that Bharat is poised to achieve these set goals in Amrit Kal, and the list goes on. But at the same time, we should admit that we are not able to provide jobs that people are expecting. We are still making the industry run from pillar to post for approvals and permissions, particularly in sectors like EV and lithium-ion battery manufacturing, among others, and imposing duties on them despite claiming that Government of India is facilitating ease of doing business. I appeal to the Honourable Prime Minister to focus a little bit more on this, sir. Otherwise, it's not easy to achieve the objectives behind Atmanirbhar Bharat. There are some challenges that our economy is facing, such as increasing integration of the global economy, and to be in tune with that, we have to push our domestic performance and also be ready to bear the spillover effects of the global economy. Secondly, artificial intelligence and the challenges it poses to governments, given apprehensions that AI may eat away jobs, particularly in the services sector. Thirdly, non-availability of talented and skilled workforce in the industry. I am sure the government is looking into these and other issues to further propel the growth to become the 3rd largest economy, sir. Sir, we are in the election year, and a couple of months from now, we are going to have general elections and also assembly elections in my state, sir. For free and fair elections, the Election Commission should ensure error-free electoral rolls. But if you look at AP, the ground reality is the other way around. The DEOs and EROs are not following the directives of the ECI in preparing error-free electoral rolls due to pulls and pressures from the ruling dispensation. The delegation of TDP met the full ECI, and letter was also written by former CM Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu about the subjugation of the democratic rights of the people of AP through electoral malpractices and of removing names of TDP supporters and sympathizers from the electoral list. So there is a need to immediately deploy electoral roll observers in AP from Government of India to stop these electoral malpractices. The unfortunate part is that the field machinery deployed, instead of correcting mistakes in the electoral rolls, which is the crux of the issue, took a casual approach by transferring the responsibility to lower officers and not following strict and meticulous instructions given by the ECI.
Kindly conclude.
Sir, I'm just coming to the conclusion, sir. Sir, I'm coming to the conclusion. As I said, sir, I'm taking a break from politics, and the reason is I cannot sail on 2 boats at the same time due to various limitations. I feel that businessmen are a very important part of the political process, which is essential in my opinion, as they play a pivotal role in driving the economy and its growth. They need to have freedom to express themselves and to take a stand against the government of the day when necessary, without fear of reprisals and attacks on their business. The institution should ensure, the Parliament should ensure that law-abiding businesses are not exposed to harassment, even if they don't share the same political views. This is extremely important, sir, because if we look at the affidavits submitted by all the members, 20% of this Lok Sabha are declared as businessmen. I'm sure all of them are having the same problems that I faced in this last 10 years. In the developed world, business people are encouraged to be part of the political administration, as they can play an important part in helping people take charge of their economic destinies. Unfortunately, in our country, this means constant fear of reprisals and vendettas. To start and run a business, one has to get more than 70 approvals from various agencies at the local, state, and central level. And each of these agencies can be weaponized by the party in power, which is detrimental to the Make in India initiative, Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, and defeats the very objective of ease of doing business. While I may be stepping away from politics, I will not be sleeping, sir. I will continue to contribute to my state and to the country. As a businessman, by investing, innovating, and creating employment opportunities, revenue, and wealth for the nation. When I can devote my full time to politics and be the type of representative that I want to be and that the people deserve, just like Sriram's return after his 14 years of Vanavas, I will also come back stronger, sir. With these words, I support the motion and thank the Honourable President for her address to both the Houses.